Hi everyone, I'm going to make a real quick video here today. So this probably happens to many people. This battery, my ridgid battery, this thing is about 1 year old, so it's a good battery. However, it got wet and I literally had it in my sleigh with a snow machine pumping water down the lake. Anyway, water overflowed from the buckets in the sleigh and the pump ended up laying down, and this was half submerged in water. Anyway, I brought it inside and obviously knew it was soaked. I shook out as much water as I could, but realized it was pretty wet. So when that happens, if you get a battery wet, don't try and charge it, or don't even touch the buttons. Don't do anything, just leave it. In the case of this one, I mean, try and drain it, but open it up and dry it. So this one had some of the lights blinking on it as if it was charging, and it was just wet. So I'm going to take it apart quick, and just to show you to take these apart, this is a 4 amp hour and I'm sure they're all similar. There's 2 screws on the back here. The key with one of these screws, and I'm pretty sure this is to be able to tell if you've tampered with a battery, comes, it had this little black cap over top of this screw so you couldn't see it. So you just have to stick something sharp into it and lift it out. So that's what I did there. Anyway, all these screws, there's 2 on the front here, 2 on the back, and then we have 2 on each side at the bottom on this battery. Take those screws out and the top will just lift off. So I'll pause here and lift the top off. Okay, so the top is off, and you can see that the battery management system, charging controller, computer system is on top of the batteries. So if you get a wet battery, my suggestion is leave it sitting upright. That will make sure the water, whatever's in there, is not on the circuit board. If you have it this way, or if you end with it upside down trying to drain it, because that's where most of the access is, you're going to be saturating the circuit board and shorting things out, and that could probably do it in pretty quick. In any case, I would suggest leave it like this until you get the cover off. So once you have the top off, the sides just slide off like so, and battery's exposed, everything is open under there. So this is what you want to do to dry it out. So we're going to spin it around. We're going to take the other side off here. Anyway, I'll lift it up and pop that off, and then we'll have the battery completely exposed. So there we go. The whole battery is apart now. At least the sides are off. And we're going to let this dry like this. I can see condensation on the metal there. You can see little droplets. So this needs to dry good, and then once it's dry, we're going to, once we've let it dry, we're going to attempt to use it and at least see if things function again on the battery. So I've dried this thing out, and I've already tried pushing the button, and it looks like it's alive. There we go. The test lights show 3 out of 4 lights. So going to try that out, and should be good now. I should be able to charge it. But I think the key is, again, try and keep the circuit board dry. If you get a battery wet, take the cover off, dump out what you can, let it dry good. And you may likely, like me, be able to save your battery. They're expensive enough, they're worth saving. So anyway, I hope that helps you out. I'm not going to take it apart any further. This was just to show you how to get it apart. And I'm going to put it together again and put that little black cap screw on. I believe, again, that's just for warranty, so they can tell if you've tampered with it. In any case, if you found that useful, please like and subscribe.